Welcome to Pyrography Made Easy. I'm Brenda. In this video, I am going to talk about two projects I did recently where I added color to them. The first one was done on watercolor paper, and the second one was done on a piece of wood. The purpose of these projects was to test out some miniature paintbrushes that Golden Maple sent me. If you're familiar with my channel, you may know that I am not a big fan of paintbrushes. I think they have a mind of their own and like nothing better to do than to ruin anything that I use them on. What intrigued me with Golden Maple's brushes was the small size of the bristles and their triangular grip. My hope was this would give me better control of the brushes. So let's get started with the review and find out. The brushes arrived via Amazon in their usual oversized box. The brushes come with a case. The case is decently sized, but still remains very portable. It is made out of some sort of stiff canvas-filling material. There is a cord which can be used to hang the case on the wall. The case is secured with a zipper, so the brushes can't accidentally fall out. The case has a wonderful feature that you discover by opening the case and bending it along the horizontal crease. Then pull on the cord and the case transforms into a brush stand. This allows very easy access to the brushes. For the most part, the brushes stay in place even when it's open. Despite this, most of the brushes can be removed without holding onto the case. The exception are a couple of the larger brushes and any brush that you push deeply into one of the case slots. When you're ready to close the case, it is very quick and easy to flatten it back out and zip it up. The case measures 9 3/8 inches long, 3 7/8 inches wide, and 1 inch deep. The case weighs 6.7 ounces, and this includes all of the brushes. The brushes come with a protective plastic sleeve. A couple of them were so tight, I had to cut the sleeve off. There are a total of 13 brushes in this set. There is an assortment of sizes and brush styles. I'm not versed enough with brushes to tell you the brush style names or what the sizes mean. The manufacturer's name and the brush size are painted on the handle. The handles have a nice triangular grip. The brushes vary in length between 6 3/4 and 7 inches long. This does not include the bristle. The grip is 1 1/4 inches in circumference, and the rest of the handle is 7/8 of an inch in circumference. The ferrule, or metal part of the brush, measures 1 1/4 inches long. The bristles are made of nylon and vary between 1/4 and 3/4 inches long. Lastly, the brushes weigh between 0.2 and 0.3 ounces, or between 6 to 8 grams. To help me get an idea of what each brush can do, I painted a few lines on watercolor paper. I used the point or tip of the brush to see how thin the lines could be. Then I used the body of the brush or the side to determine how wide of a line was produced. This also let me know how much paint each brush could hold. My first test of the brushes was painting my mandala Christmas tree. I printed the artwork onto watercolor paper. I used Arches hot-pressed 100% cotton paper for this project. I chose this particular artwork because it has a lot of tiny details. I figured this would be a good test of how well I could control the brushes in small areas. I would have to say that I found the triangular grips to be very helpful in this regard. The brushes didn't rotate in my hand, and the grips were comfortable. This is how Project 1 turned out. My second project was done on wood. I burned a number of hot air balloons onto a board. All of the balloons were burned in the same basic method. I began by burning a wide band of color along a crease where two ribs connected. Then I burned pull-away strokes along that crease. Each pull-away stroke started on the crease or the wide band of color and was pulled towards the opposite side of the rib. Afterwards, I rotated the board and burned uniform strokes along the outer edge of the rib. The board was rotated to ensure that the front edge of the shader was touching the edge of the rib. This kept the outer edges of the ribs crisp and clean. I used the same steps even on the balloons that had multiple colors on them. The only difference with these balloons is that I worked one color square at a time. I would burn in all of the squares for one color before moving on to the next color. The reason is that it makes it easier to keep the burn results the same. I found it easiest to start with the lightest row of color and work my way incrementally towards the darkest color. Here is how Project 2 looked after I was done with the pyrography. Once I was done with the pyrography, I printed copies of the artwork on plain copier paper to test color ideas. After choosing my color scheme, I then started painting the artwork. The larger brushes in the golden maple set worked well for the background. The brushes held enough water to work a decent-sized area, but I was still able to work in a controlled fashion. The brush set contained a good variety of sizes, so I had no problem finding a brush that would work well in a given area. This included large to very small areas. I would have to say that this has been one of the better painting experiences I've had, especially on wood. Here is how the hot air balloon artwork looked after color was applied. What do I think of the brushes? I actually like them. They're obviously not a professional grade brush, but they're perfect for somebody like me, someone who doesn't paint a lot, and when I do, the artwork either is small or it has a lot of detail. I found that the triangular grip really did help with my control of the paintbrush, and I felt that the price for the set of brushes made them a great value. In the video description, I will put a link to the set of brushes that can be found on Amazon. The link was given to me by Golden Maple, and it includes a 15% discount that is good till the end of November. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.